The Constitutional Court has released its reasoned decision for its July 13 ruling to annul a controversial law seeking to close down dershanes, private preparatory schools, stating that the law was in violation of the right to education and freedom of labor. On July 13, the Constitutional Court announced its long-awaited decision, annulling a controversial law that sought to close down prep schools by a 5-12 majority vote on the grounds that the law represented a violation of constitutional articles related to the right to education and freedom of labor. The top court's reasoned decision for the dershane law was published in the official Gazette on Thursday evening. The court emphasized that it annulled the law because it was in violation of the freedom of companies to operate for profit and the freedom of education. The court also stated that dershanes cannot be closed down unless all other alternatives, which the court says should be outside the students' schools, are being provided to the students for university exam preparation. In its reasoned decision, the court stated, "In democracies, the duty of the state is to provide opportunities for individuals to make choices in a pluralistic environment, to refrain from having attitudes that will eliminate this atmosphere and to prevent damage being done to this atmosphere. The right to preference can be restricted under certain circumstances, but this right of the people cannot be removed completely." The court also stated that it ruled that the law violated Article 13 of the Turkish Constitution, which delves into restrictions of fundamental rights and freedoms, Article 42 on the right to education and Article 48, which plays a key role in the debate about the closure of the prep schools. Article 48 states, "Everyone has the freedom to work in the field they choose and to establish private enterprises." Commenting on the top court's decision, Mehmet Kazip, the lawyer representing the PAK Education and Science Employees Union, PAK Time, told the Sahan news agency that the top court has removed all regulations that restricted students' right to education. "It is very important that the Constitutional Court highlighted Article 42 in its reasoned decision," he said. "With this, the top court makes clear that students have the right to have supplementary educational opportunities and this right cannot be eliminated." Education Minister Nabi Avcı had earlier said that the government was expecting the top court would fix its mistake in its reasoned decision. He said last week that although the Constitutional Court annulled the law that sought to close down prep schools, these institutions have become nullified and don't have any place in the law. The Constitutional Court became aware of this later. "We have heard rumors that in its reasoned decision the court will say these schools could operate as places offering courses but not formally as prep schools from now on," he had said. The Justice and Development Party, AK Party, government, in a surprise move, decided in November 2013 to close down the prep schools, stirring a massive debate. These schools, with their affordable fees, are regarded by middle and low-income families as equalizers of educational opportunities. The AK Party government's bill banning privately owned university preparatory schools was passed by Parliament on March 7, 2014 and signed into law by then-President Abdullah Gül 5 days later. Under this law, all dershanes were to be shut down by September 1 of this year. The main opposition Republican People's Party, CHP, later challenged the law, saying it was a blow to the right to free enterprise. The CHP had filed an appeal with the Constitutional Court to annul the law last year. Prep schools are private institutes that help students prepare for standardized high school and college entrance exams. There has been concern that the law could block upward mobility in Turkish society and leave some 55,000 people jobless as a result of the closures of the schools.